Our unalienable right to life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness, those rights were stripped from college kids in Blacksburg and Santa Barbara, and from high schoolers at Columbine, and from first graders in Newtown. First graders. And from every family who never imagined that their loved one would be taken from our lives by a bullet from a gun.
Fact that Omar Mateen actually called 911 in the midst of this attack and pledged his allegiance to ISIS.
Well, Lane, I think there are 3 data points that are interesting that have developed over the last couple of hours. What you've just mentioned there, of course, is critical. The fact that he has self-identified, claimed allegiance to ISIS, and obviously had that in mind as some form of the motivation for the attack. And so that obviously is important for investigators, gives us a sense that there's connection externally.
The vote yesterday. Senator Chris Murphy's 15-hour filibuster made that happen. But yesterday, each party introduced 2 gun bills, and all 4 of those bills were voted down. They couldn't even agree to keep people on the terror watch list from buying high-powered assault rifles. It's easy to feel hopeless, especially with headlines leading up to the votes like gun control bills expected to fail in Senate on Monday, Senate set to vote on 4 gun control measures, none expected to pass. Senate strikes deal to vote on doomed gun proposals. And Justin Bieber is set to cash in millions from his new line of emojis, Justmojis. Now, I know that last one's not about the Senate, but it still makes me feel pretty hopeless. I don't know.
Gun control laws in the United States exist, but they allow for a lot of go-around. So my sense is that if people really wanted to obtain a weapon, they would be able to, regardless of background check situations and things like that.
I find it ironic and curious how in the United States this idea of freedom is associated with bearing a gun.
From a foreign perspective, they are out of hand.
In Russia, if you want to shoot a gun, it's easy. There are shooting ranges that are widely accessible, hunting permits that are fairly easy to get. But in general, owning a gun in Russia at your house is illegal.
Loose gun control in the United States trickles into Mexico. The highest percentage of weapons in Mexico coming directly from the United States.
I guess yes, it's really hard to get a gun in France, I think. At least I don't know anyone who has a gun for other reason than hunt.
I'm from New Zealand, and no one really has a gun. Even the police on the street, they don't carry firearms. So even seeing a police officer with a firearm it's a little bit scary to me.
In my country, it's very similar as in the United States. You have to take a psychological test, go to the polygon, shoot some bullets.
Prohibiting anything makes it automatically a business. Yes, it must be regulated, but with a complete understanding of the society and with
with a background education for it.
States like Massachusetts and Connecticut already have these really effective processes. I had to get 2 letters of recommendation, pay over $100 to get a background check.
I think that it is very scary for politicians to take a stand on gun control, because if you take a heavy stance, you're losing 50% of the people that you want to vote for you.
Despite massive public agreement that guns need to be controlled more effectively, the lobby is dictating policy right now.